Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with the Danger Room featuring Brimstone and as well as Immortal weapons for the entirety of this event, being 12 days, 20 hours remaining. Now, very straightforward, guys. You might have seen this in my past video as well on the best teams, but without question, DIAMON is the MVP of this game mode, respectively, for this new challenge, just because of the fact that he can synergize so well with his damage. And as you'll see in the gameplay footage here against the boss, absolutely no question, just the amount of raw damage that he does. Now, if you guys are finding that you're not having as much success with DIAMON, it means you might need to level up higher, or you just need to do more of these Danger Room runs, so that way you're stacking on more statistical increases for his damage, respectively. I'm going to quickly just showcase for you here which all the packs I use for building them up, as well as the rest of the team. Now, also keep in mind, too, you can use Immortal weapons, but for myself, I don't have access to them, and it just so happens that the completion of this run anyways, it didn't end up working my way where I had an opportunity to recruit a fellow Immortal weapon to my team. So it is what it is, but the Brimstone still thrives very well because a lot of passives actually provide value to them. So let's take a look. You can see here some of these big ones. We focused on energy and we focused on speed because you want this team to be hitting hard, doing crits, applying bleed across the board, and they hit hard and then they can repeat as well, especially since DIAMON's ultimate, when he's able to kill someone, his attack also actually repeats again. So you can see here, you know, we're focusing on bleed crits here, which is on crit applying bleed. I've always liked Brick House because allies gaining additional armor and resistance is big, just helps with survivability, especially since some of my team members are gear tier 19. You'll see here defense down to all enemies, entry wound. The ally with the highest damage applies bleed to all enemies, so that obviously applies to my DIAMON, but he's also sticking bleed onto them in the very beginning. And I like the fact that enemies cannot gain immunity, which is pretty massive, especially when you apply some massive debuffs. So Brimstone and Undying characters count as Immortal weapons. This is where they're going to be getting some of that value. And so this one is right off the get-go. You can activate that. I like Kang's Boon for additional filling a speed bar. Allies gaining 10% damage for each enemy with trauma, so pretty massive when you inflict that trauma, of course. On spawn, allies gaining regen, so this is a nice one, just as a freebie, because we want a little bit of sustain. With this team, respectively, anyways, there's not a lot of sustain. Ally ultimate, clone the enemy with the highest damage. This can happen only once per match. On ultimate, gain 25% speed bar, so this is massive, right? DIAMON, rinsing and repeating his ultimates. Allies gaining additional damage. And then we also have, these are all the ones that we selected, right? So allies gaining additional stack increases here. You know, this caffeinated one directly counters Mephisto. Now, in the run when I did this, I actually didn't go up against any Mephisto. So, you know, the RNG might work in your way where you may not actually even need to get to that point to build this one up or add it into your list. But I was actually doing back-to-back runs, and every time Mephisto actually stopped me, so I finally just got caffeinated to help prevent that. And sure enough, of course, I didn't face a Mephisto in this run. Speeding ticket. This one's really good. Obviously, enemies not gaining speed bar from abilities. That's massive for us to take advantage of. Us obviously having a very fast DIAMON, using his ult from the get-go. Massive. And then these other ones specifically benefit characters we have, right? So we got Hellcat. She's actually going to be providing a little bit of heal every time an enemy is attacked with trauma. Curse of the Mummy, featuring our living mummy, because applying the revive once to the whole team is really nice. This is a really good one, actually. So whenever an Immortal weapon ally assists, they gain offense up, defense up, and once again, 10% speed bar, which works really well with our team. But in my honest opinion, the most important one, and this is why you have to start off the match with DIAMON, because it gives you more chances to obviously get this specific card, is that when DIAMON is an ally and an enemy dropping below that 50% HP, he's clearing death proof, and he's also applying speed up and offense up to all allies, making everybody stronger and faster, which is kind of the name of the game with this version of the Danger Room. And then finally, Unholy Greed, you'll see this one come up quite a bit. When an enemy when an ally attacks an enemy with negative effect, you're going to be gaining the opposite of the negative effect. So it's really nice in the sense that, you know, if you're attacking them with regen, if you're attacking them with bleed, you'll gain regen and so forth. So it's nice to reap the benefits of that whenever you are attacking. So this final boss node doesn't look too bad. We're up against an Odin, we're up against Null, Void Knight. Let's get into it. So again, my DIAMON, without question, is my best one. Gear tier 20, and you guys keep in mind, we need this team as well for Blue Marvel if you're looking into that. So the rest of my team is gear tier 19, and this should do the job in the sense that you know, we're up against not that crazy of a team. I thought, you know, at the beginning I thought we were going to be up against a Professor Xavier, but you can see this is where the defense down is stacking on everybody, And then again, this is the work order, right? You should be able to start with Daemon's ultimate. Massive, massive ultimate here. The goal here is at least to kill one enemy. Then guess what? He's going to repeat his attack. And boom, just like that. That's all it takes. And then, yeah, so literally one attack. That's how easy it can be. And let me, now that we kind of wrap this up, let me just show you kind of all the points that we were able to take advantage of. But yeah, I'm also stopping it here, guys. I usually just go for the rewards anyways. Get the freebie milestones and whatnot. And it's a pretty straightforward event as well. So there you guys have it. So yeah, again, just if you want to just see it in a different manner, we started off with these stat increases here and there along the way, but because we finished that run, it actually gave us 200 of these gold coins. So the gold coins are actually really easy to come by. Again, allies gaining speed, we really want them to take advantage of that, not being able to get exhausted. And for me, like I said earlier, I found that the moment I added this immortal tag team, oh man, they're just gaining offense up, defense up, 10% speed bar whenever the ally assisted an attack. Absolutely massive, guys. And then enemies not gaining speed bar, huge difference maker. If you're still finding that you're having difficulties, obviously just keep working your way up, because as you add more of these later packs, it just gets easier and easier, right? So you know, hopefully it doesn't come to that, but I think this was like, it took me like I think 6 or 7 runs, but that was my first one actually getting through to the very end and finishing, as you saw. And you saw how easy it was. It was just an instant one shot with Daemon's ultimate right there. Oh, there you guys have it. Really straightforward Danger Room. And again, if you guys are having issues in the beginning, make sure you just start off with difficulty 9. And then just to show you for reference as well, when I was doing these runs anyways, I actually started off with, I think in case you missed my past video, the Daemon with Hellcat are really good additions because they have high speed. So they're able to get things done really quick, and you can just auto this for the most part. And again, if difficulty 10 just feels like too much, it means you might have to build up some of those gold card bonuses there. So even just doing things like using Daemon's ultimate at the very beginning, and then again, you can already kind of set the tone to see how that works, right? You can even keep resetting until you get like a decent first card to start things off, especially if you get Daemon's ultimate one, which is massive, right? A Hellcat obviously spawns, but as well, anything with offense up, defense down really helps out. So there you guys have it. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Full clear of difficulty 10. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.